This is episode 683, and today we're going to be talking about goal setting like a warrior. Welcome back to this episode. If this is your first time listening to the Warrior Mind podcast, welcome and thank you. If this is a return listener, again, welcome and thank you. Appreciate your patronage. So, we're about halfway through the year, and even if we're not, it doesn't matter. There's always a great time to set goals. And we want to set them like a warrior, meaning with the determination, the conviction of it. And so we're going to be diving into the topic this is really close to my heart, and that's goal setting. Because without goal setting, we really don't get a lot accomplished. We can get a to-do list, right, which is basically maintenance. Oh, I got to do this, pay the bills, clean the dishes, wash the car, etc., go shopping. But when we start talking about goal setting, these are things that push us beyond our comfort zone and encourage us to create the life that we want. And we're not just talking about any type of goal setting. We're talking about setting goals like a warrior. And if you think about a warrior, a samurai, any of those, right? There's a dedication, there's a determination, there's a learning, there's a practice, and there's a continuation until that goal is achieved. And so imagine having the determination, strategy, and focus of a warrior. How unstoppable would you be, right? You'd set a goal and you knew once you set it, it's done. As opposed to, well, I hope I get it done, or I plan to get it done. It's like, no, it's done. And so let's start to break this down, right? So there's a 4-point plan that I put together that I work with myself and clients on. And the first one is setting smarter goals. And this is really your foundation, right? I'm sure if you've been setting goals or listening to personal development information for a while, you've heard of the SMART formula. And it's traditionally the original one was specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, time-bound. Now there's changes where it's specific, motivational, realistic, time-bound. But I put a ER on the end of it. So when we have a smarter, we want to have a specific goal, right? It has to be specific. It's not, I just want to make more money or I want to lose some weight. It's exactly how much you want. And is that goal meaningful and motivational to you? If you set a goal because your doctor told you to lose weight and it's not meaningful or motivational to you, you probably won't achieve it. So we want to have this motivation. We want to, every time we think about going after this goal, we want to be inspired. We want to have this motivation and have it meaningful to you. And then we can take a look at the A, which is achievable. And that is it so far out of your range? Like if you put down, I want to increase my income $1 million by next week, that might not be achievable. So we want to really be clear on the achievable part of the goal is basically, have you done something like this before? And then the R is realistic. So the two of them go together for you to discern, is this goal realistic and can you achieve it? Again, if you wanted to, have some wild goal about going to the moon, is it achievable for you? Are you the right age? Do you have the intelligence? And this is not to diminish your goals setting. It's because we want to make this goal just a little bit out of your comfort zone. So when you achieve it, you actually grow personally, physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. So we want to look at these goals to be set just outside your comfort zone. If you set a goal inside your comfort zone, it's not a goal, it's a to-do list. For instance, if you're going to the gym and you've bench pressed 225 2 weeks ago and you took vacation, you go, oh, my goal is to hit 225. You've already done it. So it's a to-do list. Now, if you've never done 230, that would be a goal. And the same thing with sales. If you've done 90% of your quota and you go, I'm going to hit 90% of my quota. Well, it's not a goal because you're already doing it. So we want to take a look at these goals and push it just beyond our comfort zone. So then the E and the R come in to evaluate your progress, evaluate what you're doing. Because we could set a goal and start taking action. and we don't get closer to it, but we still take action. We don't evaluate if what we're doing is working. And then the R is to revise. So if what we're doing isn't working, we want to revise it. And we may want to revise the goal as well. If we have a goal to hit something, let's just say at the end of August, and August comes and we miss it, we don't give up. We extend, we revise the time frame on that goal based on our evaluation of what we did and what worked. It may have to be pushed out 3 months or 2 months, but what I encourage my clients to do is push it out only once. So you set the goal, you do it. If you don't hit it, push it out another time frame, because you have a lot of data to reset it. And if you don't hit the goal the second time, then it really wasn't that meaningful or motivational. So that's the foundation of it. And so then we want to take the goal and break it down into actionable steps. Now, where I work with clients with this is I go, where do you want your life to be 1 year from now? And, or it could be, where do you want to be in sales? Where do you want to be in physiques, whatever. But basically, where do you want your life to be 1 year from now? And then we break it down into, where do you have to be 9 months from now to know you're going to achieve your 1 year goal? Then we go and look at 6 months. Where do you need to be 6 months from now to achieve your 9-month goal? So we don't look at 6 months to the year, we look at 6 months to 9 months, because at 9 months we know where we need to be to hit 12 months. So then at 3 months, we say, where do I need to be in 3 months to know that I'm going to hit my 6-month goal? So it's just this concept of just in front of you. There is an analogy of driving cross country at night. All you need to do is see 200 yards in front of you. That's where your headlights go. And then you see the next 200. Same principle here. You just get to 3 months and you just look for 6 months, and then 6 months lead to 9 months. So then we end up at 1 month. Where do you need to be at 1 month to know that you're going to hit your 3-month goal? And then we look at what has to happen, what are your weekly goals, and what are the actions you have to take to hit each week. Because if you hit each week and take goals, you'll hit week number 1, week number 2, week number 3, week number 4, you'll hit your 1st month goal. And then you'll go, okay, I got to keep doing this to hit my 3-month goal. So we want to break these things down into very actionable steps. And those are not to-do lists, but we want to make sure that we have our proactive work done first in regards to our goals. So, and then, based on the evaluate, of the E of the SMARTer goals, we want to address our strategies and tactics, right? Strategies are what you're going to do. Your tactics are how you're going to do it. So we want to take a look, and based on, am what I'm doing working? Does what I do work? And if not, then we change it. And, it could be, let's say you're trying to find your soulmate, and you're on all the apps. That would be the strategy. The tactics are you figure out which person to connect with. Maybe that's not working. So maybe the strategy would be hey, go join a gym and start to meet people there, or go join a hiking club, or go join something. So we want to evaluate the strategies, and then if you joined a hiking club, the tactics would be go for a hike every week. And so we want to adjust our strategies and tactics that will support that goal. And then we want to embrace this warrior mindset, right? Stay determined and resilient. Once you set the goal, you give it everything, because if it's not motivational, if it's not meaningful, you'll give up on it. So we want to have this warrior mindset of mental strength, determination, grit, resilience, all of it, that nothing is going to get in your way. You're going to achieve this goal. Even if you have to extend it one time, you're still going to achieve it. But the mindset is, once you set it, you're going after it, and there's nothing going to stop you from achieving that goal. So just keep in mind, right? We want to embody that warrior spirit. To sum it up, setting goals like a warrior means being very strategic, adaptable, and relentless. Adaptable is also very important. Again, right? That's evaluate and revise. With the SMARTer goals, break them down into actionable steps and be ready to adjust your strategies as needed. Above all, maintain the warrior mindset. That is, stay determined, resilient, and focused on your mission. Keep that in front of you all the time. So go out there and tackle your goals with the heart of a warrior. You've got this, and we'll talk next time. If you want to see the show notes on this podcast, you can visit warriormindcoach.com. While you're there, you can find other information in the form of blog posts and other podcasts, and you'll be able to request your free complimentary breakthrough session. Since you'll be on the internet, please follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest under Warrior Mind Coach.